Identity as a weapon. The death of your old self. The person you are today is the jailer of the person you could become, because the identity you carry was not designed for your evolution. It was designed for your containment, given to you, reinforced, repeated, until it became your prison. And like all prisons, it feels normal until you try to leave. Today is not about improvement. It's not about growth or becoming better. Those are soft words for men who are afraid to let go. This is about execution, the deliberate, controlled, irreversible killing of the identity that no longer serves you, and the forging of something else, something sharper, colder, and untouchable. This is the ritual of erasure. If you continue, understand this. You are not here to learn. You are here to decide whether you are ready to disappear. The chamber is open. Step forward. The lie of the real you. You have been told your entire life to be yourself. But no one ever told you what that actually means. Because yourself is not something you discovered. It is something you were assigned. Your name was given, your personality shaped, your limits suggested, your fears installed. And over time, you began to defend this identity as if it was sacred. I'm just not confident. I'm not that type of person. I've always been like this. No, you have not always been like this. You have been repeating what was programmed into you, and repetition creates the illusion of truth. Understand this law. There is no real you beneath the surface. There is only what has been reinforced long enough to feel permanent. And that is good news, because if it was built, it can be destroyed. Identity is not truth, it is strategy. Most treat identity like a mirror, something to reflect, something to discover, something to be honest about. But power does not come from honesty, it comes from control. Identity is not truth. Identity is strategy. It is the lens through which the world interprets you. It is the script people assign to your presence. It is the expectation you either obey or dominate. If you walk into a room carrying hesitation, you will be handled accordingly. If you enter with certainty, you will be treated differently. Same man, different identity, different outcome. So the question is not, who am I? The question is, what identity gives me power in the environments I choose to enter? Weak men ask who they are. Strategists decide who they will be. The problem: you are still loyal to your old self. Here is why most fail to change. It isn't because they lack discipline or knowledge. It's because they are still loyal to who they used to be. They try to evolve while protecting the identity that keeps them small. They want confidence, but remain attached to being the quiet one. They want power, but cling to being the nice guy. They want transformation without betrayal, but transformation requires betrayal. You cannot become someone new without abandoning someone old. And most men do not have the stomach for that kind of violence. Because killing your old identity feels like killing yourself. The death phase, erasure. This is where it begins. Not with creation, but with destruction. Before you build anything new, you must erase what exists. Not improve it or refine it, erase it completely. So here is your first command. Tonight, you will sit in silence. No distractions, no noise. Just you and the identity you've been carrying. Take a pen, take a page, and write every label you have accepted, every weakness you repeat, and every excuse you hide behind. I am shy. I overthink. I'm not disciplined. I'm awkward. I'm not respected. Do not filter and do not soften. Expose it all. This is your current identity in written form. And for the first time, you will see it as something external, not you, something you are carrying. The ritual of burning. Now we move to the act, because symbolism becomes real when you act it out. Take that page, read it one final time, slowly. Feel the weight of it. Feel how long you have been obeying it. Then stand. Go somewhere private, somewhere you will not be interrupted, and you will burn it. Watch it collapse. Watch the words distort in the flame, blacken, and then disappear. And as it burns, you understand something. This identity only had power because you kept repeating it. Now it is gone. Not metaphorically, but physically, destroyed. And in that moment, something shifts. A space where your old self used to be. That space is where power begins. The void where most fail. After destruction comes danger. Because when the old identity dies, there is a void. And the mind hates a void. So what does it do? It reaches for familiarity. It tries to rebuild the same identity out of habit. You will feel it, the urge to say, that's just who I am. The pull to return to old patterns. This is the moment that defines everything, because if you fall back, you reinforce the prison, stronger than before. But if you hold the void, if you resist the urge to define yourself, you gain something rare. Choice. The rebirth, forging the weapon. Now, you build, but not randomly, not emotionally, strategically. You do not ask, what feels right? You ask, what is required? Who do you need to be to dominate your environment, to command respect, to move without resistance? That is the identity you forge, not based on truth, based on function. Now, get a new clean page, an empty one, and you will write again, but this time, not labels, decrees. I am precise. I am controlled. I do not react. I decide the pace. I am respected before I speak. These are not affirmations. You are not trying to believe them. You are installing them. Because identity is not built through belief. It is built through repetition and behavior. Installation. making it real. Many may write new identities and change nothing. But identity is not words, it is evidence. So now, every day, you act in alignment, not perfectly, but deliberately. If your identity is, I do not react, then the next time someone provokes you, you pause, 2 seconds, say nothing. That is installation. If your identity is, I am precise, then you speak slower, cleaner, without filler. That is installation. Each action reinforces the identity. Each repetition makes it real, until one day it is no longer effort, it is default. Final law: identity is never fixed. Understand this, and you will never be trapped again. The identity you forge today is not permanent. It is a tool, and when it becomes too small, you will destroy it again, without hesitation, without attachment, because you are not your identity. You are the one who creates it, and that is power. The person you were is gone. If you followed this through, if you burned it, if you chose to act, then something else has begun. Something quieter, colder, more deliberate. Do not announce or explain it. Do not seek validation for it. Let them notice. Let them adjust. Let them wonder, what changed? Because the most dangerous transformation is the one no one sees happening until it is complete. Because the most dangerous transformation is the one no one sees happening until it is complete. The chamber closes, but the work has just begun.